Can't make it to Dallas to choose leadership, but we can make it to Jacobs and to the dealership. Swear I hear new music and I just don't be feeling it. Racism still alive, they just be concealing it. But I know they don't want me in the damn club. They even make me show ID to get inside a Sam's Club. I done did dirt and went to church to get my hands scrubbed. Swear I've been baptized these 3 or 4 times, but in the land where niggas praise you come. Take a lot more than coupons to get us saved. Like it take a lot more than do-bags to get you waved. And sad as that day, my girl father passed away, so I promised to Mr. Rainey I'm gonna marry your daughter. And you know I gotta thank you for the way that she was brought up. And I know that you was smiling when you seen the car bought her. And you sent tears from heaven when you seen my car get balled up. But I can't complain what the accident did to my left eye. Cause look what an accident did to left eye. First Aaliyah, now Romeo must die. I know I got angels watching me from the other side.
opportunities showing up. I'm back where I wanna be. No headaches and throwing up. Reconnect with the homie. It's positive energy, vibes and wavelengths. It's all about frequency. I'm back with my first love. It feel like the first time. I'm back in the studio. This ain't my first rhyme. I wake up every day, blessed as heavenly. Before I ain't say much, now I got much to say. Raise my credit score, got rid of some past debt. Heard that's attractive, well call me a magnet. Plugged into an outlet, living life outright. All on my Kid Cudi, focusing day and night. Right? Now that what life's about. Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. Feel good,
See, my state gets busy, that's the cardinal rule.
WIFTBPM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even get around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up to seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show, back in the building on the 17th. I don't know where the month went, but it is rapidly coming up on November. I'm not playing with y'all this week or this month. It seems like they said, what did they say? October, November, December is like the weekend. It's like Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It go by so fast.
Yes, so it is the 17th. We are back in the building, back on the map, back in Chicago. I had a action-packed, interesting bit of time off. Excuse me, that I'm going to talk to us all about a little bit later. But I'm glad to be back in the building. I'm glad to be back on air. It seems like it hasn't been that much to talk about since I've been gone. I couldn't figure out what we was going to talk about today. It seemed like it's just been a super slow week. But that stated, gotta say what's up to my girl Ruthie Mo in the building. Ruthie Mo, how you feeling today on this? Well, let me guess. I'm not even guess. I'm not putting no words in your mouth. How you feeling this morning? This Monday morning, Ruthie Mo?
Wonderful.
What?
Switch it up on you.
That didn't seem sincere though.
Man, it's Monday.
Genuine.
Nobody, these dark, cold Mondays.
I popped up like, hey.
I saw somebody riding a bike with no coat on.
What?
I think that was suspicious, or is that normal?
Well, it depends on what he was doing.
It was a divvy bike.
What was the color, was he?
Ooh, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
We said what was the
color was he?
Oh, he was black.
With no coat on?
He had no coat on. That's why it was a little suspicious to me.
He might have, yeah. Did he have like a piece of,
Nope.
Did he, like no shirt? Did he have a shirt on?
He had on a shirt, but it was just like a
regular shirt?
Yeah, it kind of threw me off a little bit. I thought it was
Where
just
was you see him at? Out here?
No, closer to my house.
See, anytime I see brothers riding divvies around your neighborhood, I
was just a
assume
little
the
weird.
worst.
It was different.
I assume the worst. If I see a brother on a divvy.
But I don't like feeling like that because I feel like I'm stereotyping people.
Amen. Yeah. Who last time you got robbed? Who you ever been robbed? Okay. Well, I stereotype robbers. I do. I stereotype robbers. I stereotype carjackers. I'm like, it's a crazy white man. If I see crazy white people, I'd be like, I'd be like, I don't love telling the story, but when I say I got carjacked, like, white people are like, oh my God, Chicago is just, I feel for you. And they reach out and be like, yes, the crime is just out of control.
Because it can happen to anybody.
But then they be like, because they be winding up for it to be the black kid. You were carjacked. And I just be winding it up. I be just like, I was traumatized. It was terrible. What's wrong with these kids today? I was like, yes, white kid from the suburbs. Carjacked. I was like, these damn Fast and Furious movies.
What they be like, oh.
Wait, you were carjacked by a white guy? Mm-hmm. Are you sure he was white? I'm positive.
Do white women carjack?
Yes. Asian women do. I saw that. Man, anybody who watches Fast and Furious, if they drive like a Honda with a zipper.
With them 2 doors.
With the super fin on the back.
Mm-hmm.
They are a suspect. They could potentially rob you.
That is some Fast and the Furious cars.
Do you know I've never seen a Fast and Furious? Not one.
Not even by accident?
Nope. It's like one of them things where it's almost like a Tyler Perry movie.
Oh.
No. It's like I pride myself, and Carrie almost got me, so I made myself go to sleep. So I could not say that I watched a Tyler Perry movie. Because I've never watched a Tyler Perry movie. However, have you seen this week's episode of Atlanta?
I saw the...
Mr. Chocolate?
I saw that part of it.
Mr. Chocolate? Oh, Lord. That Donald Glover. I wish I was that clever. I wish I could talk about you in your face and be like, what are you talking about? Mr. Chocolate.
Yeah, Atlanta is evolving.
Hey, man, it's over. This is it.
So you got to go out with a bang, huh?
Hey, man, he like, if it's some feet to stomp, I'm about to stomp. The best one was when he was petty a bit at that white lady, though. The white lady. Did you see the one?
Nope.
Oh, God, you got to go watch it. That is the petty I want to be. Like, I want to have that much money to be that petty. Where I can hire actors to just destroy your life. But it's all good. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. That's Ruthie Moore. And on the ones and twos, DJ Riis the Ruler. DJ Riis the Ruler, how you feeling today?
blessed by the best, you know, the rest. But I ain't get my morning prayer. I missed my Fajr prayer, man. But I'm good, though.
Okay.
I'm praying more.
All right. Well, keep on praying, keep on doing it, get closer to the Lord, you know, or to the Creator, to whoever you celebrate, because, you know, that's kind of what we do around here, too, especially after 6:30. So, look, let's do this. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. Let's get it up, 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 and away. And you know what? Ruthie, will you do me a solid? We grab the printouts, because I don't even have our scripts. I was a little distracted. I appreciate you. Bar much. Hey, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. How y'all been doing, though, man? It has been an action-packed weekend. Did y'all know? Guess who was in town while I was gone? Harry Styles. Aren't you guys excited? Like Harry Styles? I have no idea who Harry Styles is, but clearly he is somebody, because for 6 days he had 6 concerts at the United Center. He had a residency at the United Center. No, that's not what I was talking about, though. Really, I was talking about Chris Rock was in town for he was here from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ruthie, did you check out Chris Rock? Chris Rock not your dude? You not a Chris Rock dude?
After he got slapped, I just need to know why. I think it's more to it.
Wait, did you lose respect for him because he got slapped?
I think it's more to it. First, I thought he was just like a
innocent
bystander, but I dove a little bit further into it.
He must have hit Jada at some point too, huh?
What?
You know Jada was action-packed back in the day. She was Easy. Come on now. No shade. I'm not tripping. To each your own. Have your life. Maybe it was like a lover spat. Pookie versus Ali. I don't know, man. All right. Well, Chris Rock was in town. But Chris Rock, Ruthie, I'm back, though. I was gone for a little minute. I went to, I'll tell you a little bit about it. But you smell that? You smell it? You don't smell that? Take a dip. That's my cousin said he smells smoke, but ain't no fire. Ain't no fire. F them kids. Hey man, ain't no fire. You ain't. They back at it messing with Father Pfleger again. They said that there was another allegation, and Father Pfleger has been suspended from Saint Sabina, and the Saint Sabina army has stepped up and said they will defend their leader. And I'm saying it has been a lot of smoke, but I do not believe that there is a fire. And I wish these kids would just stop coming for. I wish these people would stop it. Like, here goes my thing. If you, I'm not in this. I'm not gonna get in this because you know how black folks feel about their Father Pfleger. So I'm not gonna get into it. But I really wish they would just stop bringing these cases. Do you understand? Like them kids that. There's nothing that you can do unless you got a tape that is going to shake or waver anybody from that. And so I really just wish they would stop it. Like, I wish they would stop coming with these allegations against Father Pfleger. Like, really. I mean, because essentially, Ruthie, they really only make themselves look like money-hungry opportunists. And so I really wish that people would stop with the allegations, the false allegations against Father Pfleger, because then I don't feel like everybody has to stand up and like come to his defense. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like there's the obligatory. We all got to stand up. I'm not tripping at all. I'm just saying I wish they would stop. I wish they would just stop lighting these fires, because. Well, I'm not lighting fires, making smoke bombs. Because it's like a lot of smoke, but no fire. And I just wish they would stop.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
However, the Catholic Church.
Oh, Lord. Here you go. What?
The
Hold Let me offer the disclaimer. The thoughts and opinions of everybody on this show does not warrant Maze Jackson getting another letter. But I'm about to talk about y'all and y'all damn letters. You just so we're clear. I got some things to say. Go ahead, Ruthie. I wish a mom would write me a letter ever again.
I think the Catholic Church historically has committed wrongs, particularly against children, young boys. And I think that there's a lot more cases of predatory Catholic priests preying on black children in poor inner city neighborhoods. So I don't think that just the wealthy Catholic altar boys should be able to get monetary whatever for their claims, because it's a lot of black men who don't want to come forward because they, you know, there's a lot of stigma associated with something like this. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. But I do know that if you love young people and somebody accuses you of something related to young people, you're going to defend yourself. So I would be interested to see how Father Pfleger defends himself.
He does. Look,
there would be nothing that I would be calling the Maze Jackson show. I would be on Oprah. I would be defending myself. I wouldn't need an attorney to put out a statement. I wouldn't need my congregation to stand up and be my army. Because you're not gonna let people say that you did something so heinous. Where there is smoke, Maze, generally there is fire.
There is not. You better.
There generally is.
This is a smoke bomb.
Generally, there is
screen.
Fire.
This is a smoke
Father
screen.
Pfleger was probably a victim too of
Smoke
some
screen.
pedophilic Catholic priest.
Oh Lord, Ruthie, you are making.
I'm saying if he comes out and says it happened to me, I was a victim. Oftentimes, victims become perpetrators. Then will we have more sympathy? Do he gotta say that?
F them kids.
And so, if that is not the case, Father Pfleger is gonna be on Oprah. He gonna be on Fox. He gonna be on every news outlet defending himself against these allegations. He's not gonna need a statement from an attorney, and he's not gonna need his church members to say it for him. You don't let people say things about you if they not true, especially related to children.
Father Pfleger.
And I know people love Father Pfleger. But y'all cannot, where there is smoke, there's fire. The evidence points to he's likely guilty.
I would like to, one more time.
Y'all tripping.
I would like to, one more time, offer that the thoughts and opinions of everybody on this show are not reflective of the Maze
Catholic
Jackson
Church.
Oh Lord. Here's a statement.
The Catholic Church out of control. Y'all know they was.
Christ.
Still is. It's more victims. And we just
not
supposed to
black
just
ones.
And
not black ones.
Because the black people, particularly black men, are not oftentimes going to admit that something like that happened to them.
On Friday, I was informed by the Archdiocese that the same lawyer whose clients made unfounded allegations of misconduct against me last year have found a new client to make a different allegation against me. Roughly 16 months ago, I was returned to the church after 5 months of intensive investigation by the Archdiocese investigators, the Archdiocese Review Board, DCFS, and other authorities based on allegations from two brothers represented by the same lawyer. Those allegations were determined to be unfounded, and I was able to return to St. Sabina. Unfortunately, the process of the Archdiocese today is that a priest is presumed guilty until proven innocent. Priests are vulnerable targets to anyone at any time. So once again, I have been removed from all public ministry while they investigate again. This is especially difficult since I have worked tirelessly to bring the church back to stability. We have recently set up town hall meetings, health Sundays, vaccines, booster COVID tests, court drives, food drives, and the list goes on. Let me be clear. I am completely innocent of this accusation. While I am confident that the new allegation will also be determined unfounded, this process is so unfair and painful to me, to the community I serve. It seems like most of my ministry I have spent fighting to stay a priest and to continue to work for justice and to serve the good people of St. Sabina and our community. I cannot express how difficult, disruptive, and painful this process is to me and to those who are close to me. I know I am a high-profile person, an outspoken person, and controversial person. That has resulted in jealousy, attacks, and hate. Rarely a week goes by when I don't receive some hate mail. I have been arrested and sued. My reputation has been smeared by billboard companies, the alcohol and tobacco industries, drug paraphernalia business, the NRA, white supremacists, right-wing Christians, and the list goes on. Although that is hurtful, I have come to understand that unfortunately it is part of my life. Despite all that, I have always sought to stand up and fight for what I believe is right for my community and for my faith, wherever I see injustice. I am asking for your prayers and seeking God's direction for my life and for my future in the Archdiocese of Chicago. I believe that there is much more that God has called me to build his kingdom. I just need to know where and how. In pursuit of justice, Reverend Michael Pfleger.
Father Pfleger oftentimes curtails the rules of the Catholic Church all the time. So why would you follow a procedure now? No, you're gonna say no. I'm it. Like no, you. So I just where there's smoke, generally there's fire.
Speak to your speech. What you mean? Why am I uncomfortable? I'm not uncomfortable. I'm just reading. Let me tell you. I'm gonna just tell you. Like I'm reading what I read. I read the statements. I do think somewhere in the universe. To me, if I was Father Pfleger, after they did this to me a second time, I probably would start my own church. Like
he breaks so many rules that the Catholic Church has in place already in service to his community. So why would he now follow what they saying?
Cause look, man, why are you trying to get me in trouble? Look, I just do the show. I just read the press releases, right? Like y'all want a press release show. Ruthie, I'm not messing with the king of the black people.
Clearly, because some people are hypnotized by white Jesus.
You will not be on this show slandering the king of the black people.
The king of the blacks.
Black people, thank you.
King of the black people.
All right, see, I'm back.
One more time, I will say, Father Pfleger does not follow the rules. So why now would he follow the rules?
I hope that you all don't use that language. Does that... How do you... Is that on phonem? What is that faux that I'm reading, Dion? Is that faux, F-O-H? Is that on phonem?
That's Father Pfleger typing.
What? Oh, Lord. Look, okay, look, I didn't come back to get kicked off the radio already.
I understand black Catholics are disproportionately more wealthy. I get it. I understand protect your wealth at all costs.
Oh, Jesus.
I watched the Kanye interview.
You watched the... Oh, I didn't. I haven't seen it yet. But we are going to talk about this. Lord have mercy. Jesus Christ. Y'all just done started. Look, I just got back. Can we ease into this? We got to
draw the line when it comes to some things. We got to draw the line. You know, I feel really strongly about young people being victims and then being able to get out of victimhood in their adult life by speaking up, no matter how painful or embarrassing it might be. Like, and I understand. I get it. Like how the first line of the thing, the same attorney. I get it. I know how Susan Loggins did R. Kelly. I get it. But where he at now?
I wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready. Sorry. I felt like I needed to ease into it. But since we just this make me feel like when we was the kids and we used to stay at the hotel pool, right? So do y'all ever remember like when y'all would go on the road trip? We used to stay at like Best Westerns and Holiday Inns and stuff like this. And so the biggest thing that me and Tennille would care about was, did the hotel have a pool? And depending on the time it was that we got there, the weather would go down, and so you would have to decide if you was gonna hang your feet in first, or you was just gonna jump in and get cold and then just shake it off. I was just trying to put my foot in the water. Ruthie just pushed everybody in the damn pool. How you just gonna push us in the pool? It ain't even 6:30 yet. Ruthie pushing people in the pool. F them kids. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Jurassic World Live Tour. 65 million years in the making. See Jurassic World's most iconic dinosaurs. T-Rex, the Raptor, Triceratops, and more roar to life with epic thrills and heart-pounding adventure. The feeling is real. Experience it live. Jurassic World Live Tour. Coming to Allstate Arena November 3rd through 6th. Free parking for all ticket holders. Visit JurassicWorldLiveTour.com today.
And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion had to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, and I want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:37 a.m. I'm Reach the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. We head over to the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop will be 27 minutes outbound. To O'Hare will be 23. On the Edens inbound from Deerfield to Exchange, 33 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 27. The Eisenhower, 43 minutes inbound, 31 outbound. The Dan Ryan is 17 minutes to the Loop, 11 minutes to 95th. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 43 minutes. Outbound will be 31. While the Bishop Ford is 37 minutes in both directions. On Lakeshore Drive, north will be 8 minutes and 7 minutes south. Today's weather, it is currently 39 degrees outside. Today will be a high of 43 with a low of 36. I'm Reach the Ruler. Welcome back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
To the grave, from the grave, back to glory. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. Have mercy over our home, Lord.
listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, plus Ruthie Moore in the building. Pushed everybody in the damn pool. You the person that when everybody looking at what they trying to do in the pool, you be running by pushing people in.
I would not do that because you could drown like that.
You ever seen black people at a pool party? Don't nobody ever be in the pool.
So they be part way.
No, they don't. Black people at the pool party be like, they be dressed for gym shoes, everything, all around the pool. The pool be the only thing. It be cracking at the pool party, not a soul in the pool. Whew, and don't be and if it is, the pool might as well flip over because everybody on the they on the shallow end because you know Negroes can only swim underwater. You know, can you swim underwater? Nah, you can't swim then. Just telling you. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Trying to swim up out the pool. Hey, let me say what's up to all the Saints. WBGX, if y'all missed us, we were out all last week, but thank you to everybody from WBGX who is joining us. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. If you missed us, give us a call. Just say what's up. We've been gone a little while. We've been doing a lot of stuff. Now, I got to say, that's if you're on 1570 AM. That is the Saints. You can catch us every day, 6:30 to 8 a.m. on WBGX. Now, you can also catch us at 6 and stay till 9 on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. That's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. I think I'm going to add LinkedIn some point next week. I don't know, LinkedIn, you be like, everybody be in your business then, though. You'd be like the business people, like, we can't hire him. Did he talk about us this morning? Well, I ought to tell you. Why I oughta. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Too cute for the pool. Nah, y'all get your hair done to go to the swimming pool. Just get some caps. Just get you some swim caps. Ruthie, do you get in the pool at the pool party?
I have not been to a pool.
Pool or pool party?
Pool or pool party in a long time. And I think post-COVID, you probably really won't see me at one.
At a pool? The pool got the chlorine. That's killing everything. No?
I don't think so.
Like, you got to go underwater then. It'd be like...
Maybe if I'm like in another country or something, I'd be by a pool or a beach.
Okay.
And in America?
All right. Okay. So, look. It's the Maze Jackson Show. 872-259-7474. Run through. Have y'all seen the anti-Bailey commercials? The anti-JB Pritzker commercials?
I seen one,
It's 3 of them. Your man going ham. I want to know what y'all think about those commercials. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. It's funny because it's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't to black people. And I want to talk about that in a little later on. Not just him, though. Hey, y'all. Time for a black and brown divorce. Y'all ready yet? Y'all heard the LA tapes?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all hear that? F that guy. He's with the blacks. Ruthie? I just want to point out, I got a letter from that community. And guess what they blamed? You know what they were talking about in this one? About the remap.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about
I'm keenly aware of what happened. Look like we got a national problem.
And you know what the funniest thing about the national problem is? The nation did everything they could to avoid it yesterday. That to me was the biggest. That has the potential to be one of the most impactful things that has happened in the country for the Democratic Party, and not one Sunday morning show covered it. Not even tickled it. Because Lord have mercy, Jesus. So what do they say? And look, we're going to talk about it. I'm playing the tapes too. I'm just playing. See, you remember here's what they think about you? This ain't no different than JB. Whenever you catch somebody talking about black people, when the last time they say yes?
But what about the stuff she said about Jewish people?
She said something about Jewish people?
Exactly.
She did?
Yes. That part right there.
We got audio?
But yes, I had to make sure because I'm trying to tell you, like, that's the part that the media is not covering. And I can't quite figure out why.
Yes, you can. Gosh dang it. Yes, you can.
It says, including a claim, Jews cut a deal with black areas of Los Angeles. But see, nobody want to talk about that part of it. They just want us to focus on the black part.
Hey, Freylana, don't be typing that on my. Don't be typing that. You see, I stay in the. I'm trying to keep it above board. Don't make me act up. I still ain't forgot what dude did. Like, commercial's cool, but I still ain't forgot. You went to the white. Let me not even go here. Anyway, yo, Ruthie. Look at Ruthie on the case. I had a whole hour to talk about. It's okay. I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm so calm. Ruthie, I'm so calm. I am. I'm gonna move on. I do think it's time for the black and brown divorce. Shout out to did you see Madigan got indicted again? Right. But remember I told y'all that was gonna happen? Remember I told you AT&T? And I told y'all AT&T was coming. One of the funny things is though, the biggest name, the catalyst for that was not named in the document, which makes me say that somebody's cooperating.
Who get the money that AT&T paying? Like, where does that go?
To the government. $23 million, and then they give you a bill. Then your cell phone bill go up. See, ComEd did it to us. They was like, okay, your rates just went up. No, we're not putting it towards that though. JB is 9 points ahead of Donald Trump in a presidential race in Illinois. That's it, with 7% undecided.
Who did the poll, Maze?
WBZ and Sun Times. But here goes my thing. They said don't nobody think JB should run for president in Illinois.
I have not heard anybody say that.
That he should run for president?
Yeah.
That's what his people, man, look, his people already up. They like, that's why they spending money all around the country. Because I'm telling you, and we gonna know right after this, if he goes on the Scarsdale diet, then we know he running.
That's true. Well, he probably gonna start off jogging.
Good thing is, the good thing, he gonna fake jog. So this is what we gonna see. This is how we gonna know JB running for president. We gonna start seeing all of these workouts. He gonna lose all this weight. Then all of a sudden we gonna see him at the gym, right? We gonna be like, yep, because like usually when people be like get the surgery, if they slick, they go off of social media. Then they come back and they be like, I'm back.
That is what'll happen, or it'll be like some type of health emergency.
See, but he can't do that.
Then he gonna emerge like a lot skinnier, but really he probably got like some type of surgery, but they'll say it's like health related and he just gonna be skinny.
But I think he can't do health scare, because then it's gonna be like somebody gonna be like,
because then that's what's gonna propel him to get his life together.
Then he gonna eat healthy, then he gonna be like then he gonna get okay, I got it. All right. Shout out to Willie Wilson. He's protesting City Hall today with about 200 pastors. They're going to march around the City Hall like Jericho.
Oh, wow.
You remember how when they marched around Jericho? Who going to tie the red cord out the window? So that because the preachers marching around the circle around City Hall make the walls of Jericho fall down.
What they marching about?
About voter suppression. It's not voter suppression. It's called voter consolidation here, precinct consolidation here. But when it's in Georgia, it's voter disenfranchisement. I posted 2 articles where they said the same thing, but y'all didn't catch me. But yeah, they posted the same thing. One in Georgia was like, they're disenfranchising black voters. In Chicago, it was like, and yes, we are being more efficient in voting and creating more. Yeah, crazy. All right, so Ruthie, that's all for the headlines. We did do some headlines. Looks like we're all good. You got anything else you want? Well, let me stop.
Nah, because I'm on one.
Okay, well, we finna get on one for real. So, Riis, about time. Why don't you go ahead, hit the button.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Our dear friend Kanye West, who was in the news before I left, because he wore a shirt that said White Lives Matter. Now, it sent the world into a tizzy. You triggered a backlash of black rappers snapping off, calling Kanye a coon, a sellout, an Uncle Tom, or, even though we all know Uncle Tom. But people, it was an opportunity for people who, I feel like Kanye is the victim of people around him who don't really want him to be successful, but because he keeps winning, they're scared not to be on his team. And I think there's a lot of people like that. Like, there's people who really don't really help you. They're not really trying to help you. They just want to see if they can get the fall off from it and make sure that if you do win, that you can't say that they wasn't with you, right? Because every time Kanye do some crazy stuff, he come back, right? Like, he done wore MAGA hats, he done did whatever. And so I think that what you see is there's people that stay within his universe who don't really, they ain't really meaning, what y'all call it, phony kicking it? They be phony kicking it, right? So they act like they with you, but the second you fall, they step back. Be like, I knew it was coming, right? Ruthie, but then it was like people was talking, but then a peculiar thing happened. Kanye West shared some information that I'm not really sure how to because I feel like I've heard this. There was a point, some of what I heard, Kanye West suggested that black people were the lost tribes of Judah, right? Like, and that we are the chosen people, and that he essentially, I want to say, Kanye said some things that we hear from our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters that were at some point deemed anti-Semitic. Now, I'm particularly sensitive to this because I was called anti-Semitic for things that we say on this show. And I gotta tell you, the intense amount of pressure that comes with that label, that even black people will tag you with because of their fear, makes that one of the most dangerous labels in the world to be tagged with. So I was particularly bothered by black folks' because that whole you wore a White Lives Matter shirt, and then people's like, do you wear Balenciaga, do you wear, right, like all of these other brands, etc. So, and then I asked, do white lives matter? Do Asian lives matter? Do black lives matter? Right? So I don't think that there was any untruth. I think it was triggering. Technically. But then a curious thing happened. And I hope that this is not true, but it was Candace Owens published a letter that said that Kanye West, multi-billionaire, was being unbanked by Chase Bank. At which point, I said, hold up. This man is worth $6 billion. And they told him, nigga, your money ain't good enough to be in our bank. The same bank that Jeffrey Epstein banks at. Bank that. So it got me to asking the question, the social media question of the day. Should Kanye West be unbanked? And why? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. No, he can't buy Chase Bank. And they just showed him that. What they say still, what's that line be still in nigga in the Benz? So help me understand.
Even if you in a Benz, you still a nigga in a coupe.
Yep.
Like a chicken coop.
So help me understand. How does Kanye West get unbanked?
Maze, I think that if you have not watched the 3-hour interview on Drink Champs, then I think that you are missing like 10 other layers to this. And I don't think that him being unbanked with Chase can be separated from the 3-hour interview that he did. And I think if people see that 3-hour interview, it might change their opinion. Because I understand why he got unbanked.
Uh-oh.
I get it. If I own the bank, you ain't like
you ain't finna tell me.
But in the
did he lie or was he?
No.
So let me ask you a question. Was he lying?
It's the values. That's how they get you. Their values don't align. But if you watch the Drink Champs, he said him and Diddy about to start a bank, and that Farrakhan put them together to be able to talk. Because remember, they was beefing right before this because of what Kanye said about Diddy. Go look at the Instagram post. And he said he got a call from Farrakhan and he mediated between them. And that's how Kanye was able to appear on Drink Champs, because that's Diddy platform owned by, whatever. But
Revolt.
Because remember, Maverick Carter, they censored him. They wouldn't, on the barbershop show with LeBron, they would not let him up. They would not air the episode.
And right. When I saw that too, I was like, hold on, we're participating? So the question becomes, should Kanye West be unbanked? And here's the thing. This is a new one to me. I gotta be honest. I've never heard of anyone besides like Putin or like a oligarch who can't put their money in the bank. Now you're telling me that Jeffrey Epstein can bank. Jeffrey Epstein can bank at this bank and Kanye can't. Now, the other part, and this goes into, did y'all see T.I. talking about this? The other part where T.I. was like, he was upset. This ain't about Kanye, but T.I. was talking about he was upset when nobody came to the defense of his child, like after he stood up for everybody. And you rolling your eyes at that?
Because I pay attention to our culture and pop culture, and it's always more. It's always more to it. It's always more to it. You got to understand the history of a T.I. and where he fits in the culture.
Okay, so you're gonna have to bring me up to speed. What I feel like the issue to me was, Ruthie, is that there's one part of it where you take the whooping, you watch. I feel like Negroes are bringing wood to this fire.
Which one? With who?
Kanye.
Before.
I don't know about what happened after Drink Champs.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta, because
I gotta see.
I think people are in a different place.
So it's funny to me because I was reading. So did this happen yesterday? I was trying
aired
to
the whole thing.
I was trying to find it yesterday, but then the game came on and I couldn't find it. But I was thinking about the people who are watching it, and there seems to be black people there is a group of black people that feels like it is their job to run to the forefront of this fight and not in Kanye's defense.
For which aspect of what he said? For the White Lives Matter stuff?
No, for the
Jewish stuff.
Correct.
Okay.
So here's what I want to do. I want to have this conversation, but I also want to have this conversation like what I don't need, like, honestly, is everybody to be like them damn da-da-da-da, because like that's really going to turn this conversation into a place that I'm not trying to go to, right? I would like to have because here's the thing. Y'all ain't gonna stand up and be like, ooh, let's defend the Maze Jackson show.
Maze, when I watched the Kanye interview, I did see similarities between what happened to you and the stuff that he was saying. Like I clearly saw it.
Cause it's a process.
But I think that if you watch it, I think you should. Let me know. I know you should watch it and write down the timestamps, play it, and talk about it. Because there was a lot of similarities between what happened to you and what Kanye is saying. He said, I'm about to Me Too the Jewish culture. He said that.
Can he, though?
He said it. And a whole lot of other stuff. And he ultimately came around to say, it's because I'm jealous. So you gotta check it out, Maze. All black people need to check it out. Because if the same thing keep happening, generally where there's smoke, there's fire.
Should Kanye West be unbanked? Look, fam, I'm just telling y'all now. And this ain't even about the disclaimer. Put your comments in a contextualized manner, please. Callers, you on the Maze Jackson show. Caller, you there? What's up? Should Kanye West be unbanked?
Hello?
Hello? What's up, caller?
Yo, brother Ball.
Brother Ball on the call. Why are you on one side?
Listen, man. We cannot not support the man, right? If they ban Kanye West, you know what? I've been saying this for years anyway. I think we all should take our money out of Chase Bank. I don't think it should be a black person, an African-American descendant of slaves, an African who just came over from Cameroon. I don't think anybody with pigment in their skin should have money in Chase Bank. I'm going to take my money out of Bank of America, not because of Kanye, but when you listen to what this man is saying, he makes perfectly good sense, right? And what I feel like has happened with our community in the past 30 to 40 years is education has done us a disservice. We are so educated now and care about so many things that don't affect and impact us until later on. And then it's like, well, we needed to do this and do that. No, we're too disconnected from the problem. And what he's doing is he's trying to reel us back with just a basic talk. If you notice how he's talking in these interviews, he's not emotional. He's not riled up. He's just talking plain. He's talking calm. It's very entertaining. What it is for me, though, Maze, and it's always been one of my favorite hashtags, the underplay for the it's the underplay for the overlay. Listen, anytime a bank picks one particular person that hasn't committed genocide, that hasn't committed murder, that hasn't done something heinous, anytime a bank tells you that they don't even want your money, a millionaire, a billionaire what does that mean? You know what I mean? See, we're so fractionalized as a people. Maybe I told you this before. I don't know what it's going to take for us to come together. You know what I mean? And to see the bigger picture. You could talk about Willie Wilson for 3 months straight, 90 days of nothing but what Willie Wilson has done versus what the acting president mayor has done, past mayor. It will not add up to what Willie Wilson has done, but your callers, Maze, your brothers and sisters, your sororities, and all these other people will call in. Average everyday people will call in and tell you they will not vote for this man because how he talks. I mean, we pick some of the most minuscule, minute things to go against what we should be just standing up with. We should be just corralling around people on some things, not all, on some things. I'm going to leave you with this, man. White Lives Matter shirt, right?
Uh-huh.
I think White Lives Matter for me stood for me like watching National Geographic, me like I just saw a thing about people that try to climb Mount Rushmore. 10 people try to climb it, 9 people die, man. None of them are black. You know, certain things that we watch on TV, we can't do. We don't even control TV. So White Lives Matter, it shouldn't have been worn on a T-shirt, but it should have been. You know why? All this weekend, I went out. I finally got treated on Sweetest Day. Clap it up there. Give me a little round of applause. 2022. I finally got treated out, right? This Sweetest Day, where I wanted to go, what I wanted to eat. Couldn't ask for nothing else better than that. On my way out, do you know what I saw from all of the people that had pigment in their skin that favored me? They had on name brand shirts, Balenciaga. They had on, I mean, these shirts cost $300, $400, $500.
No, brother. Hold on. I just went to the mall. I mean, I went to go shopping for my son. Them suckers be costing $800, $900. Stop it. Stop it. That Balenciaga, $800, $900. That mean,
what does that shirt mean?
White lives, white generations matter. That's what it means.
Thank you. My point exactly. So I had to check myself, you know, because I was getting mad and emotional at first, but then I had to say, wait a minute. It's a point to make you think about it. It's not a point to actually, you know, stand up for white people. You don't never need to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's no reason anybody black needs to stand up for them, but it's just the mentality and thinking of our people, the way he's trying to redirect you. That's what I think. I think we miss it until it's too late. Now, what he really is going to have to do, he's going to have to get like Willie Wilson, start handing out some money. That's the only way our people go get back. Ruthie know it. I mean, it's sad, but, you know, we have to be bought. And this is a prime example. If the politicians aren't bought, they ain't doing nothing. If they are bought, they really not doing nothing because they have an agenda. So if we look at what they're doing to a popular person that really hasn't put out any music here lately, he's slowly turning into an advocate. You know, I don't want to say following in Kim Kardashian's footsteps, but still, man, listen. If you listen to him, you'll understand a little bit more about where the culture and the climate and the culture is and where it's going. I'm going to leave y'all with that. Check in tomorrow.
Hey, that is Brother Ball on the call. Give us a call, 872-259-7474, 872-259-7474. We are trying to, I want to know, should Kanye West be unbanked? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Caller?
Shalom.
All right, Jake.
Shalom.
Jake, keep it together. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Disclaimer. The thoughts and opinions of Jacob, Israel, and any of our callers are not necessarily the opinions of the Maze Jackson Show. Jake, what's up?
Yo, I seen the interview. I seen it. He's a genius, though. All he had to do is put on the shirt. Yeah, that's all he knew. It was going to shift to, you know, where he can have conversations like he had on Tucker Carlson, and what he did with Nori. He said that we are the Israelites, and how could the Jews get mad at him? How could they say he anti-Semitic, but he don't need you when we are Shemitic, when we are descendant of Shem, and they can't deny it. This is not a belief, bro. The book y'all pick up every day, it's our history book, and those who movie watchers, if y'all think y'all can decode movies, and if you can't read that and see yourself in that, then I don't know. You must be operating on a third grade education. Period. Ain't no I believe. Ain't no you. All you have to do is read it, and if you can't see, curse in the city, curse in the field, and this and that. And what he was talking about, he was coming at them, the phony, the Khazars. He said that they control all of our wealth. The top athletes, musicians with the record labels, media, TV and social, radio, they controlling everything, and all of us got to go to them. They over us, but they got to use us for nothing. They might be consumers of what we've been, but on top of the land, they're the ones getting the bread. They're the ones getting the bread. And he said they should be over us like that in this year. And you know he's the richest, what you call so-called black man in American history, right? You know that, right? He worth more than 6. That's yesterday's prices. It went up. It went up. And you know what's a trip though, bro? Yay, man. Well, I give him credit for. He a down on his brother. He's from the east side. He's from right over there off of Rainbow Peak. And he became he jumped over your boy. Jay-Z is his little, you know what I mean?
Hold on,
homie. They all together.
All right. Four from J count 4, man. How many come from one family, dog? Don't get started now. Don't. I had you, Jake, for a minute.
Nobody touched the billions a whole
Hold
big.
it.
I got Dave. If it were for Dave. But check this out, though. What he's saying, he coming at the Democratic Party, too. That's going to tie into to what you're saying about the black and the brown. You know what I mean? They leapfrogged us, and the Democratic Party is the one putting them over us on the road. They've been the one over the last. They coming up. They coming up, and we're supporting them. Our people are supporting them, and they get mad at Ye because with the black lives, but they the one doing it. We're doing it to ourselves, bro. And to the lost sheep come together, man. And oh my goodness, he just throw them up. And that Puff, him and Puff, and Chase B. Let me get off real quick. Chase B. Morgan actually used to have slaves. They used to. You used to go to them with slaves as as collateral or capital.
That's all of these chumps. Why you tripping? Not what I've come to recognize.
Not all, not necessarily all of them, but them specifically for sure. You know what I mean. You could track it, you could trace it to them. You know what I mean on paper. So it is what it is. Shalom, shalom.
There it is. That's Jacob Israel. All right, we got any other callers on the line? Should Kanye West be unbanked? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Keep it clean.
Shalom, man. I'm going to be nice. You ain't got to put no disclaimer.
What's up, King Israel?
Kanye said nothing. Somebody start thinking and reading, it'll be all right. I called in about how you don't know about Harry Styles, man.
I did not. You a fool. You are a fool. I was going to ask you, do you still watch Power? I did not know who the hell Harry Styles was, but I know he had the traffic blocked up and them white folks was acting crazy out there. This dude did not call up here and talk about who was it.
Man, how the hell you don't know about Harry Styles? Harry Styles keep me sane, man. If I listen to you, I listen to that sample station down the street. If I turn the beat, I don't want to say whatever. Tell you, you're a cool little European, man. I'm like, it calms you down. I don't know about it like that, but I had to call it on that one. Man, you don't know about it. Harry rappers, I think, man, the whole show, y'all say black. Man, you gotta switch up sometimes, man.
That's your problem, see? You're switching up. And then the next thing they be calling you a sellout. King Israel, look, I'm gonna take a quick break. You had the comedy for the day. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I think I'm glad to hear y'all say Farrakhan and all got involved because I haven't read the book Send a Guide to Satan yet. That I might go back. And for all the devils in the back front, whatever, I read the back of the book. He loses. Shalom.
Peace. Look, y'all, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back after these messages. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Keep your calls.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Hey, Chicagoland, all roads lead
Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler and Ruthie Moore in the building. And we are asking, should Kanye West be unbanked? Should Kanye West be unbanked?
Can I just say that after Jake said about the slaves and JP Morgan Chase, I just did a quick Google search and I just want to make the connection. Say shout out to Dorothy Tillman, because that ordinance is what made Chase have to admit that they was a part of
the slave
and
trade.
benefited from the slave trade.
So when I was in New Orleans, I did a walking slave tour. And one of the things that I recognized is that all of the stock exchange was originally the nigga exchange. We were the stock, as in live stock, as in value. So there's a way I feel about somebody telling me they unbanking. So the other thing is they came up with a new creative way to check you.
To lynch,
economic lynching.
Lynching.
Let's go to the live line. Call you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Good morning, young fella. How you doing this morning?
What's up, Patrick? How you feeling this morning?
Oh, I'm feeling all right. Look at, like you said, this is one way of telling black folks, I don't care how much money you got. We'll put up your rectum whenever we feel like it. So one of the reasons being we don't have any banks. What we have to do, in my estimation, is start thinking ourselves as a collective, where we build our infrastructure inwards. We have to start training our people. This is not something's going to happen overnight, but we have to get our laborers, our technicians, and set up programs to develop and enlarge these type people so that we have these infrastructures to maintain our group. For instance, like we need tradesmen. Start these programs to train these people. We need people, hospital workers, doctors. Set up scholarship programs and send these people to school. And whatever it takes to run a society. I think we have to start economically to build a base like affordable housing. With all the millionaires and billionaires we got out here, we shouldn't even have to depend on the bank to put up affordable housing. I mean, not like this stuff you say you're part of on Hill Street. That's not affordable housing. But we need some people who can be unselfish enough to not be so invested in the profit motive as to the future of black people. Years back, we had that, where we had the people who had the means, put the money out there to build schools and things like that, where we didn't have schools, for our future. And this is what we have to understand. We listen to people like, we'll stop listening to a lot of this stuff. Candace Owens and she would marry a British lord or something like that with a whole lot of money. I'm always suspect of these people that marry white folks anyway. So,
right. That's put Kanye in the jam too. But thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These people got their feet in both camps. We need our people with feet in one camp, ours.
I'm with you, man.
And this is what this is. It's hard work because we've been lulled into thinking that we're part of the program when they keep telling us you're not.
You're right.
And what we have to do is build a structure like Plato's Republic. You know, strategize our different levels of endeavor.
All right. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate your call, my brother. That's a great point. We don't have any banks, and then if we want to put in a bank, we got to go to Ghana. The Ghana GM Bank. I'm just saying. It's the major. Remember, you know what? Kanye remember, what was that movie with Tommy Davidson? And the brothers from Harlem came and saved the day and Halle Berry. Remember? And the brothers from the Harlem Bank, because the white boys was like, you ain't going to do this deal. And then the brothers from Harlem came and saved the day. You don't remember that movie? With Halle Berry and Tommy Davidson and old boy from the Cosby Show. All right, y'all. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Let's go to the live line. Call you on the Mace Jackson Show. Should Kanye West be unbanked? And why is nobody stepping to him? Nobody helping him? Because here's the part. This is the part. Like, now that he's been called this, they know they can cook you. Because all your people going to run from you. Strictly business. That's right. Call you on the Mace Jackson Show. Should Kanye West be unbanked?
What's up, bro? This is Ron. Go Mom.
What's up, Fred?
How you guys doing?
Blue fight?
Hey, listen. Listen, man. And I'm Dion Hammond in the group. But I'm Ronell. You know me, man.
Okay, what's going on?
So, listen. Two things. The JP Morgan thing happened over a month ago. Kanye was trying to get on a board and trying to finesse JP Morgan Chase, and JP Morgan Chase wasn't having it. That's why they ultimately said they're going to cut ties. That's one. Two, JP Morgan is broken up into two sections, JP Morgan and Chase. Chase is where your money goes. Chase is where you go to the ATM. JP Morgan is their investment arm. I'm certain that the amount of money that is in JP Morgan, they're not getting rid of that investment arm because that's money that is not tangible money. That's what they use to invest. That's what they use to invest with anybody's money that is in JP Morgan Chase. That's one. Two, I can give two F's about what he's talking about as it relates to the Jewish community. This is still a religion. Let's be very clear. My issue with Kanye has always been his white supremacist talking points, and he used them and he said them in that Nori interview. That Nori interview, that Green Camp interview, was very, very irresponsible on Nori and company because they did not check him as he's saying something that we all witnessed with our very eyes. I hope.
Wait. What was that he should have been checked on?
He should have been checked on the George Floyd comment. The comment that he made about, if you look, the knee is not even really on his neck. He died from fentanyl. He called out his mama. He was calling out for his wife. That's white supremacist talking point. That's what they use to justify what happened to George Floyd. Now, the Floyd family have retained a lawyer, Lee Merritt, based out of Texas, to possibly be looking to sue him. What he has not learned is this is exactly the type of rhetoric and energy that got Alex Jones a $935 million verdict against him. I'm telling you right now, that's exactly what's about to happen to Kanye West. We have to understand something. Sure, we have freedom of speech, but you're not free to not be chastised or have something happen to you after you said something that is defaming. Kanye West has been on the coon train for years, but he chooses to make black positive points when it comes to, oh, my black children, oh, my this and my that. He was also talking about it's always white lives. See, that White Lives Matter thing, that shirt, nobody showed the front of the shirt, which read Pope, whatever the Pope's name is now, I can't remember. And then on the back it said White Lives Matter. That's coon talk. This is all nigga babble.
So can I ask you a question? Let me back up. Let me back you up, fam.
Sure. Let's back up.
Give me who is an advocate for black people? If that's coon talk, give me who is not a coon talking for black folks right now. I'm not suggesting.
Talking.
Give me
for
somebody.
black people.
For black people.
We can stay on YouTube street. You got Professor Black Truth that is out here talking for.
I'm talking about national. So let's back up on the national level. You're right. No, but I mean elevated on the national level.
And that's another problem. See, the thing is when you go to a national level, it's very easy for quote unquote leaders to get co-opted, and this is nothing new. And so what's happening is people are scared to come out nationally and say things. The only reason that Kanye gets away, quote unquote, with saying the things that he says is because he has leverage money-wise. And so he goes out, people want to, and as Chicagoans, we're like, oh man, he's from the crib and yada, yada, yada. Hey, that's cool. But he doesn't speak for all black people. And what you're seeing is that for over the years and years, we want to keep blaming on his mother passing away. We want to keep doing that. This man has already talked ill of his own mom, which may have been valid with the things he said about that. But he's already done that. We may not have a national voice saying, hey, this is what we're doing, and this is how we feel, X, Y, and Z. Problem is, that may not be something that we'll ever have again. Why is that? Because voices have been known to get snuffed out. We saw this early on with the BLM hashtag movement. I want to be very clear and concise concise with my words.
I'm gonna let you. You're gonna have to give me a close. You're gonna have to wrap it up. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna land my plane here. I couldn't care less about the Jewish anti-Semitic rhetoric. What I care about is the anti-black rhetoric of Kanye West, and that should get no quarter with black people. I don't care where he's from.
Okay, I appreciate your call. I seen you had another issue. We'll talk about that one on a different day. But F them kids. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We got one more call. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Should Kanye West be unbanked?
Good morning, Maze. Byron here.
Byron, I missed you, dog. I'm gonna tell you, I had a lot.
I'm not back yet. I'm not back.
Look, Byron down there with his Brazilian mommy. He coming back. He coming back and stopping in Texas. He ain't coming back to Chicago.
Maze, I'm in South America. Do not say Brazil. That would trigger people. That would trigger them.
Hey, don't you mean? Are you bringing a busload back with you?
I'm coming, empty suitcase, empty pocket, empty. On your subject matter today. Hey, before I get to the subject matter today, have you noticed that this weekend, did any of the news programs like Meet the Press talk about that? What happened in Los Angeles when the Latino people call us our names? Did any of those shows question that, ask about that, talk about that?
Nope.
Do you know why, Maze?
Yeah, I know why. Go ahead, but I'm gonna let you tell us, Byron.
Because, see, the media is in it with the white latte liberals. They're controlling everything. See, it all started with Donald Trump. People realize that if they could cancel the president of the United States, they could eventually cancel the Negroes. And that's what they're doing right now. They can come for us. See, these little Pritzker voting little Negroes, Democratic on the plantation Negroes, they don't realize they're going to be next. I know they're going to be next. I'm planning my move. I'm planning my move because what they're doing is they're censoring you. The banks, JP Morgan, Chase Bank, trying to cancel Ye, is because he's in it with them. They're not going to say a word. They want to cancel him and send a message to all the little Negroes, don't say a word, otherwise you'll be next. There's this one couple who were praying outside of an abortion clinic. The FBI came to his house and arrested his ass because somebody got his son's face and he pushed him. The FBI have accused him of some kind of trumped up charges because when you're anti-abortion, they're coming after you too.
It's the media, man. They're just in it all together. They're trying to silence everybody. That's why no black folks can get up and say any damn thing. It's like here in Chicago. Same thing. The black Democratic representatives, state and local, they can't say anything. They're following the big Kahuta who got all this money. And if he loved black folks so much with all those billions, why doesn't he open a community center on the south side and one on the west side to show that he loved black folks? He don't love black folks. And they're going to drum to polls like little soldiers and vote that D because they don't know no better. But when it comes to Kanye, he's a little off sometimes, a little on sometimes, but you got to think deep. Those kind of people like Elon Musk, he talks to Elon Musk. The guy's a deep thinker. He's up there with those guys. Elon Musk, when he said, well, I'm going to have a booster that goes up and come back and land on the pad, people thought he was crazy. He was outthinking them. There's some people who talk. You have to really think and analyze real deeply to understand what they're saying. And I love Kanye for what he's doing. And stop hating on that little sister. She's saying some things that most black people can't say. I will say to George Floyd, why don't you stay your ass in the car when you were arrested instead of trying to get out of the damn car? That's what I would say. And black folks would say, oh, Byron, you this and you that. But he should have stayed his ass in the damn car. Go and get booked and bomb yourself out the next day or whatever. But no, he wants to act like a clown. I know it's hurtful to say that, but he should have stayed in the car. When I'm arrested, I'm not going to fight the officers. I'm not going to do it because bad things happen when you fight the officers. It's called unintended consequences. Don't run from the damn police. It's intentional consequences.
You finna lose them, Byron. They finna get you now.
That's what I got to say today, man.
Yeah. But Byron, what I appreciate you, bro. You ain't scared to say your opinion, and I love you for it. That's why you the vice president of the phone club, all the way from Ecuador. Don't you be look, man. Byron, they running our numbers up, man. The border is flooded. Don't you be coming back with nobody without a passport. You got that? All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We are going to get off of the unbanking of Kanye West. Y'all see how y'all did that? Because y'all know, but we can't say nothing. I be talking, then I be quiet, and I be talking again. All right, y'all. When we come back, I want to talk about Los Angeles, which I think is the biggest story that nobody wants to really talk about in the country. I was trying to find Auntie Maxine and Kamala Harris, but I want y'all to go find them because, I asked them about these questions and they kicked me to the curb and y'all called me racist. But we're going to talk about it all when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the rolling the ones and twos. Ruthie Moore. I want to move on to one of the hottest topics. Riis, I think I'm gonna need you to switch over to my sound here. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I want to talk about what I feel is like one of the biggest stories in the city, or excuse me, in the country. And so I'm gonna play it. I don't have any video. Something is not working. I'm not connected, but I think I can just go through my audio from my computer. So if we are ready, you got it? All right, we are gonna play the video, the audio from the Los Angeles City Council. Wait. Oh, no. That ain't what I'm looking for. Oh, they tried to beat me.
Turn your computer up a little bit, too.
I don't know that icon. Hold on. Let me see what I can do. Look. So I don't know. Ruthie, did you see the leaked audio? Did you hear the leaked audio from what happened in City Council?
Yeah, but I did have to read some of the transcripts.
And so one of the you know what I hate when Google does? When they start, when the people be like, drive this down.
And they push the button.
And they push the button all the way, and then it goes down. All right, I think I got... No, see, now they got me in all the paywalls and all the pay subscriptions. Let me get your login. Yeah, I'm trying to find...
You trying to find the audio tape of it?
The audio, which I think I got it now. And you all are going to have to bear with some of the negative language. All right, Riis, I got it. Turn it up.
With my Doc Martin from back in the day.
Island, baby.
When I used to go clubbing in the mosh pit.
What's up, man? You got the crew there?
Did you talk to did you talk to Kerr?
Yeah, I did. I told him I'll speak with you. You know, he called and he said.
So now he's okay with being suspended, but he doesn't want to resign. I'm like, well, we can't force him to resign.
It'd be the same action as what we done.
Transfer a leave of absence.
That's what I think he should do. But you know how
They
Mark
don't
is.
ask.
Mark is Mark. What I did hear is I don't think the feds have talked to him yet. You know that meeting? They show you your options?
Yeah.
That hasn't happened.
So he hasn't been.
He's gonna get arraigned on Wednesday, but I don't think the meeting where they kind of show you, here are the options. This is what we got.
Okay.
So these are your options. I think the meeting goes something like this. This is what we got. You either cooperate or we're gonna go after your son. You both of you looked at. That's what I think they're gonna do.
Either cooperate or we're gonna go after your son. Did we just see a story about somebody's son in the paper? Like a congressman had a son who had an issue, but we want to see how they're planning to go against your family already.
Called Israel. Over the weekend, I called a buddy of mine who was a former U.S. attorney. Yeah.
I have one of those. So it's good to have one of those, right?
You heard that? A buddy of mine who was a U.S. attorney. It's good to I have one of those. It's good to have one of those. Imagine if you was being prosecuted as a black person in L.A., knowing that they have the state's attorneys.
Yeah, we're very close. And he had the Lance Armstrong case too, when they were going to indict Lance Armstrong.
And the cyclist?
The cyclist, yeah.
What did he do? Doping.
Doping, yeah. And the case was coming out of the LA office, of the U.S. Attorney's office here. And I said, hey man, give me your objective feedback on this thing, on Mark Willie Thomas. said, I haven't read the whole indictment. He says, I read parts of it. He says, it's a righteous case. It's a legitimate, real case. He said, for those who are talking about, some people receive money like in a paper bag, and then so many people get wire transfers or whatever. This is taxpayer dollars as opposed to private developer dollars. So in many ways, you can say that the case is even worse for Marco Thomas than it is for Jose Ruiz. Because one thing is private dollars.
One of the contracts moved is worth like $9 or $11 million.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing that Weezer got was like $500,000 in cash. He said,
An increment.
An increment. He said, and then I said, isn't this the equivalent when, particularly African American community, which was righteous, it says, Gil Cedillo had crack cocaine and was sentenced to 25 years to life. Nuri Martinez had powder cocaine. She lives on the west side. She's a rich kid. She gets like 2 years of probation. Isn't that the same argument that they're using, but only in reverse? You know, because now they're trying to like there's a double standard. No, there's not.
You think so? Yeah. No.
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna move on.
All the, you know, folks like with Ascon, he did call me. He wants to have breakfast with me.
What's taking him so long?
I haven't. I just said, hey, we need to talk.
Gil supported him from the.
All right, don't worry, I got you. So you'll start seeing them line up.
He's with the blacks.
Isaac was the first.
F that guy. He's with the blacks. You heard her?
All the, you know, folks like with Ascon, he did call me. He wants to have breakfast with me.
What's taking him so long?
I haven't. I just said, hey, we need to talk.
Gil supported him from the.
All right, don't worry, I got you. So you'll start seeing them line up.
He's with the blacks.
Isaac was the.
Right? Okay. Hold on.
Whatever the kid's name is, I'm like, it's like the oddest thing. It's like black and brown on this float, and then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. Este niño has no. They're not even. They're not doing. The kid is bouncing off the effing wall on the float, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him. Parece changuito. And I'm just like, oh my God.
So, do y'all know what a parasite charrito is? They said he looks like a little monkey in Spanish. Let's go.
They're raising him like a little white kid, which I was like, this kid needs a beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back.
Yeah.
¿Sí me entiendes? Ven para acá.
It's a pinch.
Yeah.
But yes, he's the fourth black.
So anyways, getting back to redistricting.
Yeah.
If somebody slides in, right, temporary or however you do it, right, that person has to support the three of you. Has to support the three of you. And Danny.
You know who wants to run for that seat?
Reggie.
No, Isidore.
I ain't gonna support Reggie. Reggie was over there with Karen.
Who was over there?
After I went, after he was fucking sweating his ass off.
The one who will support us is Heather Hutt.
Yes.
I like Heather Hutt.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
So getting back to Marquise, I told Danny, if you want to cut a deal and if you want to make like fucking boss moves, I would go after the airport. He goes, fuck, I love that idea. I said, tell Marquise,
so
go take it from his friend.
Don't go
after. Leave him alone. Go get the airport from his fucking little brother, that little bitch Bonnet. I go, what is with the Bonnet? What's with Bonnet? And I said, Bonnet thinks he's fucking black. That guy don't think he's black. I go, he thinks he's black. I go the same thing.
You know, all this, I mean, my goal in life is to get the three of you elected, and, you know, I'm just focused on that. I mean, we're like the little Latino caucus of our, you know, our own
city.
Yeah. And we have to find, you know, new folks to bring in. Blumenfield was in here the other day, right? He goes, well, we're trying to create another Latino town. Why do we have to do that? I go, well, fuck. The way I see it, all of the seats are Latino.
What did he say?
He goes, oh, you got a point there.
Fuck that.
You know, what do we say 52% of the population is Latino?
His mentors
and
are the reason we're so fucking gerrymandered in the valley.
Right.
In Birmingham also.
So, that is, in case you're not, you okay? In case you're not clear, that is City Council President of Los Angeles, Nuri Hernandez, discussing behind the scenes. It was behind the scenes conversations discussing power dynamics in the city of Los Angeles. Now, included in this conversation was City Council President Nuri Martinez, Council members Kevin De Leon, Gil Cedillo, and LA Labor Federation. Listen to that. LA Labor Federation President Ron Herrera, discussing a wide range of topics. Now, let me back up. I would be honest with you and tell you that I don't know that this conversation is that offensive to me on its surface. What I hear is political locker room talk. Okay? I hear political locker room talk that I think would happen in a black situation too. The only challenge that I really have is that we are handcuffed to people who think this way about us.
Secretly.
Right, because in public,
it's black-brown coalition.
Right. Now, let me tell you, because when you heard her talking about the part where she was like, hold on. Get the airport from his effing little brother, that little snitch Bonin. What was happening was they're talking about what has happened after their city council remap. What's happening every 10 years across the country? Remaps. Remember, the reason right now that Chuy Garcia is being pushed to the front is because the Latinos said that they didn't do as well in the remap. Okay? Now, Ruthie, what the president of the council was saying was, if we don't get the black guy, because they were fighting over who gets USC. USC University. University of Southern California, which is in LA proper. And if you have that, you got access to jobs contracts. It's like having the University of Chicago in the 4th Ward, right? So you got the biggest, most endowed, right? So you got all the resources of the university because they want to make their area better. So she says, if we don't get what we want from them, we'll take the airport. Now, why do I care about the airport, Ruthie? Because all the concessions. Because it's multiple millions of dollars. What you're hearing is your Latino leaders saying, we got the power, we need to use it, and F those guys. This is a power dynamic conversation. There is no black and brown coalition. Now, you all have forced us, you jump off the bridge with the handcuff saying we going down black and brown, and you read and you heard what they think about you. Now here's where you know it was real, Ruthie. President Joe Biden got involved in a city council situation. The only thing smaller than a city to a president is a state rep race, which President Obama got involved in for Mike Madigan with Juliana Stratton. But when you think about the gravity of this, right? What this does is verify everything that we have said for the last 5 years. Does anybody remember when y'all was tripping on me for talking about Maxine Waters when she came on the show and we asked her, why are you at the border crying for Latinos?
I think you might have said Tia.
Oh, Tia.
You said Tia Maxine Waters, and people didn't like that.
Dang.
But I do remember you saying that and how controversial it was at the time.
Now check this out. So she has presided over the erosion of black people from Los Angeles. Remember when y'all remember the movie Colors? Los Angeles was a black city. Remember they had not the first black man, but the black mayor and all of that good stuff? And now we are at a point where they're like, we're the majority of this city and we taking our stuff. Now, Ruthie, some people might say, Maze, that's Los Angeles. Ruthie, there was a time when Los Angeles, have you read the book, The Warmth of Other Suns? Mm-mm. So Los Angeles was just like Chicago is a migrating point, Los Angeles was a migrating point for black people leaving the South. And we grew the city, and then it became, and then as the Latinos moved in, we started to erode. So if you go to LA, it's not the black LA that you think of back in the day, it's straight Latino. Now, mind you, Ruthie, what they say the best predictor of the future is past performance. Mm-hmm. So, if you seen the wave and you saw what happened in LA, where now LA, the home of Hollywood and all of that stuff, is now 52% Latino, which means blacks and whites are in the minority. Black people, you have been eroded. And now all you need see when you are having these when our young people are riding around having car caravans, and the power dynamic is to keep you distracted because you got our young people fighting against us, telling us about something when we know the people that are laying down the plans ain't laying down the plans for us. And now you will have to be judicious about how you talk about it in Illinois, because they still will call you racist. So you tell me why, if I heard that tape and I'm Joe Biden, why does this concern me? Because we have sold you on this black and brown coalition that we have been selling, and we ain't got it to the number where they can move you out the spaceship. So you can't pull the cover off of it while the numbers are still rising, because I still need the blacks. Because Latinos, no matter how you do it, they still do what they ain't loyal. Like our Negroes. We haven't trained them yet. So now I hear this, and I ask myself, what does this mean for black people in Chicago? What does this mean for black people in Illinois? Now, it's so ironic because shout out to the Illinois Legislative Black Caucus. Went to their conference this weekend, and I happened to pop into a workshop. And the best, it could not have been more contextual, the conversation. Because, Ruthie, what happened in Los Angeles was part of the plan for what's happening in Chicago, and we're seeing it. And it's so crazy because I think he was telling us, and he didn't realize that he was telling me. And then that's when everybody started, oh, shoot, Maze is in this room. But I'm going to play the tape when I came back of how does this look in Illinois? And I would just tell you that Illinois is only a few years behind Los Angeles. And this movement began 30 years ago. And it's funny because I was watching in the conversation, and it was like the black people was out, the Latinos was in. The black people that teamed up with the Latinos was out, and the Latinos were still in. And then when you listen to the Latinos say, but it was a calculated risk that we knew we would take a step back to go forward. And it was crazy to me to, like, again, we have now the benefit of 30 years of looking at this relationship in Chicago to assess it. And honestly, we got played and we continue to get played. And then we got people that want to tell us how we can talk about the situation. Like, some days I think when we always segregate for black folks. Like, we always can see the difference between people and say, oh, he cool, but he ain't cool. He cool, but he ain't cool. But if we go to anybody else, we ain't cool. Now, I've told you about how many times I done been called Mayete. I done told y'all about all the different little sneaky things that happen. I have talked to you about the physical erosion, the stealing of black power. And even right now, even Ruthie, as this was going on, we at the conference, like, do you realize at this conference, I had to literally tell black people, stop saying black and brown to me. We are at the Illinois Legislative Black Caucus Foundation. If it is anywhere we can say black without having to say black and brown, it's right here. And then I'm going to play you the tape of what happened while I was there. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We got people on the live line. We're going to take your calls when we come back. Call us. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Is it time for a black and brown divorce? Before we do, I'm going to let y'all hear the clip. But we'll do it when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back. Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
Oh,
I gotta turn y'all audio back on. Y'all back. All right, there you go. You back? You good. Yeah. All right, I'm doing some management today. It is the Mace Jackson Show. I want to talk to you. Give me a call, 87. We got some audio, Loch Ness Monster. Thank you. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Is it time for a black and brown divorce? I feel like, you know what I feel like? I feel like we were separated, except we didn't know we were separated. Like, you know how, like, I feel like the Latinos done went on, they dating, they kicking it. We still sitting around the house like, maybe we could put this thing back together.
No, I think a better analogy is they was in an open relationship and we was monogamous. Remember I told you we need to be political swingers?
Yep. Hey, but you know, it's the problem with black folks is when you try to be a political swinger, they blow the game anyway because they get mad at the Negro, not the politician. Black people be like, wait a minute. We be like, let's do something different. Then you do something different. They be like, do you see that sellout Uncle Tom Coon, Negro? Now, I say Coon, Coon Sambo for other reasons than the black people. Right? I'd be like, if you wrote the letter to the black people about a black person, trying to tell white people about a black person, that's where you lose me. But I'm not mad at you for, right? So you can't, like, you can't be super, so that's my issue. Like, I would, if I wouldn't have an email where you wrote the white people the letter to try and discredit me, then I would give you black props for what you're doing. But really, realistically, it's pretty whorish to me. That's the only reason I'm not going there. And again, you know, our audience is super sensitive. And then if I was to post a letter, then I'd be bogus. But again, no, I'd be bogus. But
I can see both sides of that one, Maze. I can see both sides. I can see both sides of that one. But I think you would be well within your right to post it because that personally impacted you in a way that you saw people pile on for you pointing out what is obvious to everybody now. And I know and it takes a special type of person not to be like, told y'all. So I can see you doing it or I can see you not doing it. I think it could go either way.
No, that's kind of why I be on my own page and y'all be running up and down. Like, part of the reason that I'm really going to be through with black folks is because every offense is forgotten very quickly, right? You could be here with me all day long and then somebody be like, fuck Mace and his whole family, I'm gonna try and destroy him, and y'all be there like, hey, what's up, man? It don't work like that for me, right? So like that's why when the interview happened, I didn't say nothing. I'm like, I'm gonna let you, but I'm not gonna turn you into, you're not gonna take, I mean, literally. But here's the problem. I get the game. So I don't really care about dude. I enjoy the fact that he's needling my opposition, not my opposition, but somebody, if black people wasn't political chumps, you would be leveraging. Like, we would be saying, Dad, did you see that commercial? Oh man, that's giving me something to think about. Now, I'm not trying to pump up dude, but the point becomes now JB has to worry about you, but you so busy trying to kiss JB ass, so he don't got to do nothing for you. You ain't got no cannabis. Y'all dogging the person for talking about the fact that you ain't got no cannabis. Dummy. Now, is he opportunistic? Yes. Is it exploitive? Yes. But this is the game. Mm-hmm. But black people, instead of black people being quiet and letting dude do his thing and being courted, you take yourself out the courtship. You take yourself. Who hurt him? Who hurt the whole black cannabis industry? Not all those talking points are coming from our show. I'm not tripping. But again, it's too hard to help black people understand the game, right? Like, there needs to be somebody over there that you can point to that says that they got an option. Y'all say, we don't want no damn options. Don't show us no options. JB, we happy that we don't have no cannabis.
That's deep,
that
man.
Negro over there, what is he talking about?
That's deep.
Now, y'all known dude for 25 years. and again, I am so not dude, but I really am like, wait a minute. You're not going to hear me get up and dog the commercials. Because guess what? Soulja, when he look at the camera and be like, well, where is the cannabis? But the black people will run to the front and be like, no, we do not.
Ain't no problems.
We don't see no problems around here.
But that is a job. That has been a job of a black person for a long time. Like, that is somebody's job, is to be the face. And it's a very high paid position.
But here's my thing. I'm okay with that. But you just got to know that they're paid. They're not advocates, right? It's just, the problem is we think that everybody coming to the table is supposed to be pure. No, if he's a political consultant, dog, he's trying to help his candidate win. He's not your honest broker.
But Maze, something you put me hip to years ago was the relationship of how politics was brokered through the black church. And that's the foundation of my understanding of black politics. And when you look at it that way, can we say that those are honest brokers?
No, they're not.
There has been there's a whole industry, a whole system, a whole way of life set up on gaslighting black people and tricking us out of our spots. Like, it's literally a black person's job to make all the other niggas be quiet. And it's a very high paid position. And I think we to the point that if we don't call out the actors or the people that's winking and nodding, I think we do such a disservice to ourselves. But we've been trained and conditioned to protect black people, even the ones that are hurting us so much.
So I feel like I take a different viewpoint. I think that we just have to know who's who. And like, I don't have a problem with you. If I know that you are honest, if I know that you're a political operative, I know how to categorize what you say.
That's you. But if you the pastor,
right?
How is the people in your congregation gonna know the difference?
Yeah, you're 100% right. So when your pastor is at it's the Maze Jackson Show. All right, caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show? What's up, caller?
Yo, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
This sounds like Harold E.K.
Yes.
Williams.
It is I. Hey, I want you to know, man, I'm happy that y'all are back from y'all break. Because for a minute, I started to listen to another station and it just didn't feel right. So I had to do my homework and listen to some other clips from from What's In It from the Black People Radio Show. So I'm happy that y'all back on.
Thank you, my brother.
I called, no problem. So I called concerning that Kanye West with the bank. If they don't want your money, just put it in a black bank.
What black bank, Harold? What black bank, Harold? Which one? You been to Ghana Bank? Have you been to Ghana Bank? Because they don't even got a draft. What black bank? Give it to me.
Now, the one in Chicago, I don't even know that. I don't know if they exist anymore in Chicago. But I know in Atlanta, what's the dude's name? Mike and the activist.
You talking about the online green mile bank? Hey, fam, you don't put $6 billion in that. That's not where you put $6 billion. You might put $100,000. You might even put $1 million. But you are not putting $6 billion. So, have you ever known somebody? Have you ever given somebody people some money? Have you ever given somebody back some money to hold? And it's and they can go in. Because go put it all the back. What we talking about? What black banks? Okay, so you got what?
Another black bank. I think it's called One United or United One. There's another black bank in Atlanta as well. You just separate the funds. You don't put it all in one place. Hell, man. Put it in a crazy.
All right, I'm gonna give it to
I'm
you.
just saying that green leaf Bank, and then it's One United.
You don't even know the name. Look. See that, and there you go. I'm through talking about you. Good, thank you, Harold. Harold just making up names, making up banks. Green Bank. Yo, what's your mama name bank? Put your money here. Yo, I got a bank too, dog. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick. No, I'm not gonna take a quick break. I want to play some audio because Ruthie, this is the next step. Come to my computer. So that was behind the scenes. Let me play some audio from this week's Illinois Legislative Black Caucus Foundation weekend, which was a really nice weekend. Shout out to Tiffany Hightower. Shout out to the Illinois Legislative Black Caucus Foundation. You put on an awesome event. Shout out to Paul Williams. But I had the opportunity to go in and I had an opportunity to hear former state senator Howard Brookins, Paul Williams, Miguel Del Valle, and Supreme Court Justice Scott Neville talk. And the conversation was about the Illinois Legislative Black Caucus when there was no Latino caucus. And when the Democrats teamed up with the Republicans to create judicial subcircuits against Madigan and against the Democratic Party. And they talked about the brothers that did it, and they lost their seats, but they said they were willing to, it was worth the loss of their seats. They knew they were going to get remapped out of their areas and they would lose, but the sacrifice for black people and creating these judicial subcircuits was more important than their political careers. And I never forget when I was the executive director of the Black Caucus, and I had a conversation with one of the senators, and she told me that we started the Latino caucus, that the Black Caucus started the Latino caucus.
In Illinois?
Mm-hmm. And we provided them safety, shelter until they got big enough. But I wanted, sometimes I think we have the benefit of 30, 40 years of decision making. And I thought it was important for you to hear from former state senator Miguel Del Valle, who is now the chairman of the Board of Education, who became the first Latino. He actually was the first Latino city clerk that transitioned that spot away from the Polish to the Latinos, that then became a Latino spot. So Daley switched. When the Polish dropped and lost their numbers, he installed Miguel Del Valle, who was one of his long-term opponents, as the city clerk, thus signaling the end of the Polish reign and the transition to the Latino reign, which went from Miguel Del Valle to Susana Mendoza, which is now Ana Valencia. And it happened without us ever talking about it. But we often talk about short-term and long-term consequences. And black folks, we tend to play the short game. Listen to Miguel Del Valle talk about what happened with them. And the audio may be a little low, so Riis, if we can turn it up, we'll have to turn it up. All right, here we go.
It's the second district. So we knew that in order to elect Latino judges, there would have to be a lot of organizing, a lot of voter registration, and a lot of maneuvering. Well, on the south side, where Ed Burke, Alderman Burke, controlled for decades the slating of judges, he basically controlled those slots, even though we had created this district. So it took years, many years, to get to the point where he wasn't in control and we could elect judges. And today, Latino judges are being elected in that district. We knew that was going to happen. So it wasn't an unintended consequence. It was an undesirable consequence that we accepted because we saw it as being temporary. Just like the idea of having Republican judges in Cook County at the time and giving Republicans a way in, we knew, in my mind, that that was just temporary because of the changing demographics, the growth in the population of African American
Hold on.
Latinos within Cook County. So we said, okay, the consequences are maybe initially they may take a couple of seats, but down the road it'll be primarily African American and Latino judges.
He switched it up.
Cook County, and that's what's happened. So unintended consequences, it's a risk. It's a calculated risk. If you have a calculated risk and it turns out, you do all right.
I'll tell you too.
So that was former State Senator Miguel Del Valle describing the coalition, that the decision that the Latinos made to team up with blacks and Republicans, knowing that the short term would be that there would be an opportunity for Republicans, but as the demographics and the shift changed, that they would then move and assume power. Miguel Del Valle was a singular state senator at the time, and he was often brought into the Black Caucus meetings as part of their Black and Brown coalition. But the whole concept of a calculated risk, right? That they knew that if they teamed up with the blacks and Republicans, they could advance their cause and then later be in a position to be stronger to assume their power. Now, he had to couch his comments because he was at the Black Caucus Foundation. But what do you think he would have said if he was amongst all Latinos? We took a calculated risk, and look at where we are now. Ruthie, what's familiar about this situation, though? Sound a little bit like Chewy? No, think about this. So, Chewy Garcia, who was in purgatory, political purgatory, teams up with black woman Karen Lewis to run for for mayor. We can't see this 10 years ago. Takes Rahm to a runoff. This is what, 2010? 20 something like that, 2010, 2011. We're 2023, so 13 years later, Chewy Garcia, now the power dynamic has changed. So I'm going to align with you, CTU, but I know that you're not going to be the person forever. So now, 15 years down the line, Chewy, who was perceived as our ally, is now taking the step to take a whack at the black woman. Because they took a calculated risk, but they knew over time. It's my computer running out of battery. They knew over time. No, what was that? They knew over time, Ruthie, that they could take it all. It's one step forward, 2 steps back to take 3 steps forward. And so when you look at Del Valle looking back and saying that we are now going, so now they elect Latino and Latina judges in judicial subcircuits, but now they're creeping into our other spaces. So now I just think that it's important for us to really start to think. If you look at Miguel Del Valle, this should be a lesson for Stacey Davis Gates. This should be a lesson for all of our black and brown coalition people telling us. And it's interesting because I do think that there is a difference between young people and old people. But Ruthie, when you get older, you start to be more like your parents. Really? How many times have you heard somebody grow up and say, I'm my parents now? How many things, like they was talking about Megan Thee Stallion's appearance on Saturday Night Live, and I was thinking as we was going snapping, didn't we have Lil' Kim? Right? And Lil' Kim, I'm sure my parents was like, oh my God.
But I think the difference is I don't think Lil' Kim has been on Saturday Night Live like that, right?
Right. But again, that's my point. Okay. So again, my point in the premise is like we look at the long-term consequences. And I think that we have been basing our now relationships on the, like, you know, I had somebody tell me that these people like us more than they like their own people. They down with us. We go to the same places, we kick it, we went to the same high schools, etc. But I will tell you, just like in Bolingbrook, for all of the people that we was cool with, when they become older, they become their parents. All the white people that dated black people, guess what? When they hit that number and they got kids, don't bring that around my house. And so, again, look at LA. Listen to what your man just told you. He said we teamed up with the blacks and the Latino and the Republicans because we knew that it would create an opening, but long term, and now you look 30 years later and look at where we are. Is it time for a black and brown divorce in Illinois and Cook County? I think, what do you think Robin Kelly would say? It's the Mace Jackson Show. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back after these messages.
Triceratops and more roar to life with epic thrills and heart-pounding adventure. Feeling is real. Experience it live. Jurassic World Live Tour. Coming to Allstate Arena November 3rd through 6th. Free parking for all ticket holders. Visit JurassicWorldLiveTour.com today.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater. But she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history. All because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gonna tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narrative. It's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know and we know. I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know and we know. I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know and we know. I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tax. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wilding with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was white only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism. Terrorism.
You are listening to the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis as well as Ruthie Moore. And y'all, I guess I'm not exactly sure where we're from here. politically. What?
I hope. What you mean? Where you go from here? Where do you go when you get a divorce and the rug get pulled from under you? You gotta pick yourself up piece by piece. I hope you got a little stash somewhere set to the side, a rainy day fund, a little pocket change. Otherwise, what you gonna do?
Well, I mean,
we gotta move back in with your parents.
We probably do. We
Go get a single room occupancy.
Ruthie, I guess my thing is though, like if
who get to keep the kids?
They can keep them damn kids. You know, we said F them kids this morning. What are you talking about? F them kids. Go send them.
Because it wasn't no prenup.
No, they just finna leave with all our stuff. They don't win in our bank account.
Listen, it's cheaper to keep her.
No,
it's cheaper to keep her. We better
Ruthie, as a
better
person,
drag the divorce out. Don't sign the paper.
Ruthie,
drag it out.
No, Ruthie, who's paying the legal fees? That's the key, because they're gonna take the legal fees out of our part. I'm just telling you, and it's not always cheaper to keep her. Let me just tell you. Sometimes you just drop them and then take 5. You might be down for a couple weeks. Maybe you'll be down for a month. You might even be down till they turn 18. But Lord, when they turn 18 in one day, you's free again. And so, Ruthie, I just think this. I was watching the conversation this week. And I really think that the Latino community, with everything that has happened, but again, because y'all so forgetful, y'all ain't gonna correlate none of this to what happened in during the uprising. No, y'all not gonna do that, right? Because then this conversation that you heard wouldn't be too real.
That's why I think the letter is so powerful.
What letter?
The one they hit you with.
Oh yeah.
That's why I think it's so powerful, because there is nobody. They literally will take you out for calling out stuff. Information is where it's at. And
I mean, I want y'all to be clear that, and this is the thing though. They wrote the letter. They got to get away with it. And black folks sat around there's no black people that's like, fuck is you talking about? Like, black people be like straight up, Ruthie. I gotta be honest. Like, I can understand somebody letting me running away from the first letter. Mm-hmm. Cause you can't. But hold on, y'all finna let these people just go in on me like this?
Like they literally okay. Mays got a little cut, and they tried to literally rip the scab off.
This nigga
and it's
reading
so
and counting.
It was, literally offensive to the point that I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to forgive. It's hard to forgive when you see the people that signed that letter, and you put all of these pieces together.
And the thing is, though, we ain't hearing none of it. I was the only person telling y'all that we was getting assaulted. Right? Then you listen to this tape. Then you hear my man say, man, we just had to wait it out. And here go the thing though, Ruthie. I bet you I wouldn't say nothing again. Why? So the Negroes could be hold on. Again, they let them Emmett Till me. We coming in the house to get your but he said something that hurt my feelings.
This is our chance.
Well, we gonna watch. And Chewy put out a letter super quick, right? Denouncing it cause he need y'all cause you gotta collect his Negroes. Can't break up the Black and Brown coalition until you got it. Until you got the spot.
I do agree that I think the Black-Brown coalition has been more beneficial to Latinos. And black people,
come on, man. Y'all car caravan. We got a car caravan while people can't go to the thing, and it's like,
even the history
I'm gonna shut the hell up.
Even the history of the Illinois Latino Caucus, how you just told me that it came about. Like,
the Illinois Legislative Latino Caucus came because we did the black and brown, and the Latinos only had one person, and because we always super saving everybody, we like, come join us, come be in our clique. And then when they got they critical mass, then they moved on, and now they taking wax. I'm just saying, who signed it? Oh yeah, no, I'm saying, like, here go my thing. How you sign a letter when the people that you fund assaulted black, you can sign a letter. This is why I'm telling y'all, I'm through messing with black people after this election, because I could tell you all this. Now y'all want to do something. Now somebody want to say something. I done told you for 5 years. I sat there when I realized, like, the people was like, oh no, we finna eat lunch. You got 100. I told you. You got 56 schools closed while they got 100 million for new schools. I told you that. I did. Y'all was interested in blaming me for it.
Well, so the way you broke that down a long time ago, like, I've heard you break that down, but I think that how is it that Chewy can be connected to CTU with that still going on? Like, it's psychological warfare. Like, I can't even it's hard to even articulate. You do it so well, but imagine if it's that hard to articulate how difficult it is to process in the grand scheme of everything that's going on. Like, the average mind can't do it.
Have we seen anybody from the Latino community renounce these comments? Who are our allies? And I'm going to tell you what, like, I think they was like, Joe Biden, don't talk about this because these Negroes is already acting up. We already finna lose Stacey Abrams. Because I'm just telling y'all losing black men quick, fast, in a hurry. Y'all keep on emasculating us, telling us we got to bow down. Anytime a black man stand up for anything black, he got to get beat down and told by black folks, don't you make them white folks mad. And now we can't even make the Latinos mad. Drive through your own neighborhoods. And remember, was you there when I posted I drove through a black neighborhood and it was all Latinos working, and they went off on me on that post and was like, and they went and got Latinos, and it was like, hold on, fam, you ain't even from Chicago and you coming over here? Like, that's because you Negroes don't want to work and y'all don't. Not one Negro ever stands up and be like, yo, Maze. It be the people, hey, man, keep on doing it. Your reparations committee is a subset of a subcommittee, and they just passed universal basic income, and we can't even get a committee hearing on reparations.
Not just that, but you better not say nothing about it.
All right.
That part, and it is not by accident. I don't want to go.
Remember the whole trans thing?
I don't want to go too deep into it, but with the whole Office of Descendants, right? Remember the whole little protest, the whole little rally, and and then they connected that with anti-Semitism. Some people know what I'm talking about. Who know what I'm talking about? That Office of New Americans during that rally thing, they have used that, and literally, if you Google,
right, and they took our picture and put us as black militants on the front.
It says it's anti-Semitism,
and that was part of, just so you know, so what they told me in that big old hullabaloo during that time was, this is what we can do to you, right? And so they took the picture of us saying we want Office of Black Americans with the what's in it for the black people, with the thing with the red, black, and green, and said, this is a black hate group kind. And they was like, and then they say, man, it's not just you, Maze, it's all your whole group. So is that what's in it for the black people, a black hate group? Is it an anti-Semitic? Are we going to get you put on the Southern Poverty Law Center hate group organization? And then you got to think about all of these senior citizens that be believing in you, that come to your meetings. And do you want them to be under full-on assault because they just wanted to see something better for their grandparents? And then they get to go on about their business as they make money on cannabis that we cut out of. And if I call it a cartel, then I'm going to be bogus again.
During Kanye's interview, he used some of that language. He used the word mob, cartel. Y'all gotta check out y'all need to watch the interview before they pull it. Before they edit it. Because they already edited some portions of it, I can tell. But they're gonna edit it again, or they're gonna take it down. So y'all need to check it out before it disappears off the internet.
I'm gonna have to get YouTube Premium so I could download it. Can't download it.
No, I'm saying like it's necessary listening.
You could download it.
It's necessary listening.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Call you on the Mace Jackson show. I'm calling out.
Yo, what's good, family?
What's up, Devo? What's up, man? Welcome.
Bro?
What's up, man? How you feeling, Femo?
Man, I'm great, man. Welcome back, bro. Welcome back, family. As always, man, you the tip of the spear, bro. Like, I mean, you said it. We tell them every day. You tell them every day. You tell them, and you tell them again. And then all they gonna do is say, May's crazy. And then they gonna do what they want to do anyway, bro. And that's the problem. The problem ain't you. The problem is us. If we would be as steadfast, prepared, if we would read, if we would count, if we would pay attention, if we would go on, just like Ruthie do, go on YouTube, go on Twitter. All the evidence is right there. I tell these people, hey man, y'all need to get y'all a Twitter account. You go through Twitter. This stuff in LA broke weeks ago. It had already been occurring. We share the information. We tell people.
Come on, we done had people call in here from Los Angeles to be like, this ain't real.
Dog, I'm just, man.
Chucks and Pearls. Where y'all Chucks and Pearls at? Where your Chucks and Pearls at?
Where the Chucks and Pearls? They quiet now. So my thing is, it's easy for us to talk about Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he crazy. He this, he that. Stop. We don't need a savior. We just need the information like Ruthie just said. If you are prepared and you have the information, then I'm sure that you're going to make an educated decision. So if you're not prepared, then in your downtime, look up this stuff. Google is your friend. That's why we got these internet deals. Just go on there and read. Just do the timelines. Look at the key people. Use critical thinking. That's all we gotta do. But I'm gonna tell you this though: if y'all think y'all mad about what Kanye says, wait till y'all get hit to Charleston White. Then y'all really gonna be mad. But that's for the young. But that's for the Gen Xers though. We are very hypocritical, bro, and we do not like to critically think when people are giving us information. We only like stuff that makes us feel good, that don't make us uncomfortable. And that's why we always have to stay communicating and stand on what you're trying to stand on. Because that's what we don't like. We don't like nobody to say nothing that we don't agree with. Sometimes we gonna have disagreements, but we don't have to be disrespectful. Other than that, I'm going to see you at the spot when we get together, bro. Welcome back, big dog.
There it is. I appreciate you. And I'm just letting y'all know, you come to any more BP1, what's in it for the black people, I need to see your ID. Like, real talk. It's interesting, Ruthie. I've been paying attention, and I kind of realized that this whole social media stuff, people be anonymous, right? And it's like they could be sitting amongst you, and you don't even realize you sitting amongst the opposition and people running back.
That's deep.
Beyond that, though, like, you don't know who intends you well or not, right? And so I just am I'm in a different space right now. I just think you gotta there is a critical thinking rolling wave that is happening. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really excited about Stacey Abrams winning. It's irritating to me that she is looking to scapegoat black men when she spent. Let me say this. I was at black women. I love black women. I'm married to one. The comfort that our black women in leadership find with white people is going to have a long-lasting negative effect. When you hug and kiss the same white men and women that will emasculate your warriors, you are only preparing yourself to be a handmaid. I am wholly concerned that our love for people that clearly mean us harm, is going to be the downfall of us all. In the next few days, I want you to pay attention to how many black people jump on the Kumbaya train. I want you to pay attention to how many hand-holding, we're all one unity meetings, conferences, and all those things happen. And I just want for us, for one time, could we just act like we mad? Could we just act like, can we just not run to the front? Can we not be the first people to jump on black folks to show white folks? Like, I'm going to tell you just like this. You can articulate whatever y'all, like, Terry Crews, be saying all type of crazy stuff.
The actor?
Yes. I'm sorry, white ladies. And here's my thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'll come back to that a different day.
Okay.
But Kanye, sometimes black people just need to be quiet. What Jay-Z said? Just sometimes you just need to be quiet. Like, here go my thing. If he say let's say he missed one thing, but he hit 19. Let's let the 19 stand. Don't you let the wife? It be the black people want to correct you in front of white folks quicker. Let the white people find the problem.
Cause it's a job. That is somebody's role. You notice ain't no other Latino people came out and been like, yeah, let the lady in LA resign. It's because they still
Right. You don't see no Latinos running up like, this is outrageous.
No.
This is, how dare you? This is
because they know what it is.
And who is going to be the Negro forgiver?
Man.
Who's the Negro forgiver? Who will be the person that runs into the spot and says, we must heal? Now, you know how we going to heal in Los Angeles? We want USC and we want the airport. Now let's heal. Now this is what y'all going to do. Oh, let's heal and give them both. Let's go to church. Man, I'm not mad at what they said. I'm really not. I'm just mad that we don't say that we be like, man, you better go get you an airport and some USC, and I need all of that little Velita now. Oh no, see y'all, we don't understand leverage. We don't even want leverage. We be like, leverage. As much as I just feel like that's leverage. Let me tell you what, if he turned on the TV and saw the black people ain't getting no weed, and it wasn't 300 black people on social media saying he's crazy, they'd be trying to figure out how to answer the weed. But guess what we rather do? Boss, that nigga over there crazy. He crazy. What? This nigga over here talking about weed. We don't want no damn weed. We got out of jail free.
We got the most equitable system in the nation, the first of its kind, breaking the mold.
And Negroes be saying it. Black people be saying it. I be like Ruthie, the challenge for me is, I be like, you gonna say this with me sitting right here? Like, I'm sitting right here. Y'all gonna just say this and
it's gaslighting, but we have been it's been psychological for so long that if you want to maintain your sanity, sometimes you have limited options. You either got to disengage, you got to be apathetic, or you got to pretend like you don't see it. Or you can go the complete opposite and be completely against it. But look at how they demonize people who speak out against it.
I got letters. They
like,
and
come
now every
on
time they say my name is anti-Semitic, right? They basically, you ain't seen me on no TV shows. You ain't seen me on no commentary. You ain't, cause they was like, oh no, that's okay, cause I still got my own platform. But you gotta have your own. And if you don't have your own, and even if you do, cause Jay, I'm just saying, think about the gravity of this. Kanye West was told that you can't put your $6 billion in our bank. And you can rationalize it by whatever y'all want to say. Y'all can talk all the white. So for all the white supremacy stuff that he said, that's what got him kicked out of the bank? No. Like, Dion, I feel you, but his white supremacy talk didn't get him kicked out the bank. He would have wore White Lives Matter all day long, but nobody been saying nothing. Be real with yourself. But it's okay. That's why I'm through messing with y'all, because hi, Ruthie. Black people with zero be snapping on the people that say, could we get one?
You can't say nothing.
Ruthie, this is the problem. So you can't say nothing, so you don't get nothing, because you keep not saying something, because you hope that. And what was crazy is, one of the people who was in the one of the panels was talking about all of that, and then when I said something about him, then it was like, cut him off, he can't get nothing. Fam, we need to. It's so crazy to me, man. That's okay though. Ruthie, it is the Maze Jackson Show, and we're gonna get off on time today. I'm about to be on that. So for Maze, Riis, and Ruthie, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show every single day. Oh, you got anything else?
This was heavy.
It ain't heavy.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I think I'm gonna repost my letters, because even the letter that I talked about, Ruthie,
you should.
It was the letter was, they talked about me talking about the division of political power, and I don't have any problem with Nuri and them. But the other part is, hey yo, that's why y'all can't be up in my meetings. Who recorded that?
I think another thing that you should always do, should do, is when you not only post a letter, you should post what you said, post the letter, and then if it happened like you said it, post exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? So
we were there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's what you do. That way you ain't just posting it like, oh, look at Maze, man, Patty posting it. I said this, y'all said this, and exactly what I said happened.
Yes. Let me tell you why I connect you to Kanye West. Because the two things that both of y'all do is y'all are transparent and y'all tell the truth. And when you give people information, that's what makes you such a force to be reckoned with, because you're honest. And that's what people can't take. It's easier to just stand behind the governor and act like everything's okay. It's easier to do that than to risk your life and your livelihood for telling the truth. And literally, historically speaking, that's why I feel so strongly about, no, like we gotta stand up behind our black men who speak the truth. I don't always like the delivery. I don't always agree with everything you say, but like you said, like out of the 20 things you said, like if 2 of them is right, like can I go with those 2 and be like, okay, Maze, other stuff I can't. Yes, we can. But we've been so conditioned not to be able to do that. And that's why I'm telling y'all this Kanye interview is the most powerful thing I have seen in a long time. It was the most powerful thing I've seen in a long time. And if you know what happened to Maze Jackson, when you listen to that Kanye interview, it will give you a sense of what you was going through. And you ain't no billionaire. So I need y'all to really watch it and to think about how they tried to take out Maze Jackson. And y'all can see the forces that we up against. Kanye put $140-some million into a bank and he can't meet with the head of the bank. Come on now. That's why you got to that's why they can't touch you, Maze, because you transparent. We can literally run the shows back. You can post the letters up. And that's the power of you building up your own platform and getting up every day in spite of how they literally cut your throat. And you still keep going. And it's shameful. It's so shameful for you to feel like you're not being supported. And when you was bleeding out, they tried to keep piling on. That's why I say, no, post that letter, Maze. We got to call these people out. We got to remember their names. So when they standing up in front of us talking about black, brown, this, da-da-da-da, we can say, hold on. Hold on. You transparent, and that's what people don't like.
Hey, man. Thank you, Ruthie. That means a lot. I had to tell you, man, and I'm not, I already set my time. Like, so we ain't got to go through the maze and don't go and all that. I'm after the mayor's race, I'm done with this space. Like, I'll still have a outlet and I'll still build it, but you, like, it's tough fighting for when you know it's the truth. It's hard working for people that make you work hard for them.
Come on.
Like, I give everything I got. But don't watch me. Don't watch me bleed out. Don't be like, oh, you was hurt? Oh, that hurt. They fucking you over? Oh, dang, I didn't even know. My bad. But you benefit from everything that I say. You benefit from what I do. And I'll take the eye out of it. Because there's no reason to run up this hill. There's no reason to wake up every day at 4 o'clock to come tell y'all that they trying to take us down. And then when it's time for we don't have nowhere to go. When they come for you, it's nowhere to go. I couldn't come to myself.
Nowhere to go.
No black person, because no black person. LeBron left Kanye. What you mean, y'all? So y'all recorded the whole thing? Y'all didn't stop it in the midst? Y'all was gonna air it until they said, man, please. Y'all like dead black heroes. You like dead spokespeople. You like to be able to reminisce. He told us. That's why y'all still trying to watch Go Punch 9, and I want to go see it. But y'all like dead heroes. You don't like, I don't know that. I think part of the black cycle is sell out or die with no teeth. There's like who are the black people that you can rely on with integrity that's going to do right by their people and fight and be straight up? They can't pop nothing out on you. I tell you I'm a lobbyist. Right? Like, all of it. Yo, fam. For asking for the office of Black Americans, we will turn you into a black terrorist organization. Man, we went down to Springfield in the same outfit, and Negroes telling me, you can't go down there to defend the sister because you look too militant. Fam, it was just I had on a black. I had on a camouflage that I got from Robin Patrice, supporting the black business. All right, y'all. So, yeah. Y'all, it's what you see with Kanye is the next level. Mm-hmm. The next step. Right? Mm-hmm. How do you know when they say you got enough money to say what you want to say? They be like, no, you don't, nigga. No, you don't. No, you don't. And he's still paying for George Bush don't like black people. And on that note, Ruthie, you got anything else? Why you got your face fixed like that?
It's heavy. It's heavy. And it's once you see it, you can't unsee it. And the way that politics governs our lives is like, whoo! It's war out here. And I ain't trying to go to battle with people that's going to always fold or that's going to turn the gun on me when it get a little hot.
Well, the key is they get to turn the gun on you because the white folks pay them to do it.
It's somebody's job.
Right. It's like, it'd be funny because I got people on social media who, when we start talking about JB stuff, then their job is to jump in and start typing. Like, really, fam? Like, fam, JB's the great, like, let me say this. Say that's your candidate and say he's the best. But let's stop. Y'all gotta stop getting up here celebrating shit that is not celebratable. Like, did you see the cannabis thing? And the lady was like, and it's the most, like, can we please stop calling it the most equitable cannabis program in the world? Please. I know that was what they sold us on, but y'all, who you talking to? Oh, the cartel, but I can't say that because, look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. For Maze, Riis, and Ruthie, I am the host where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I it up.